Tasrupam Rupam Tasyanadamritam Maturim Pushpan Radha Kundavadeva Pahurarika Madhavasmi Bhakto Yasamadadapayam Srimutam Natosmi Uddhava Gaurachandra Radhikaitara Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktayanu Parnandalilamaya Kahaya Himabadisachami Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Satsudaya Chaitanya Chandaya Namo Chaitanya Chandaya Namo Chaitanya Chandaya Namo Yam Kaprajantamapetamapetam Dvaipano Garakatharajnava Bhutaiti tanvayataravohines Yam Sarvabhutam Hridayamurimadhusam Jam Sundarshikandashikam Svahasuri Manoya Radhikaristamamakinare Satirjani Parikuru Bhakta-vina Amaradalashe Vivaschakamaritangamani Vivamayivam Sharanamrapaya Vrinde namaste Sharanarvindam Vrinde namaste Sharanarvindam Govinda Namo Naramadaviti Govinda Namo Naramadaviti Govinda Namo Naramadaviti Govinda Namo. A very beautiful description of Sri Krishna's Leela from Srimad-Bhagavatam. In particular, how Sri Krishna has sent Uddhava to Vrndavan. Srimad-Bhagavatam, during Srimad-Bhagavatam, is a super excellent sadhana. Why? Because usually if one does some sadhana, then after some time a result will come. Srimad-Bhagavatam said, Srimad-Bhagavate Mahamune Kriti Kimba Paradisaraha Satyo Vidyadavudate Atta Kritibi Susushubhistanjanat. The Srimad-Bhagavatam was compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity of realization. What is the need of any other Shastra? Sadhyo, immediately, as soon as one hears the description of Krishna's pastimes from Srimad-Bhagavatam, as soon as the Kriti means those who are Kriti, pious, as soon as a pious person hears this message of Srimad-Bhagavatam, then Hridaya Amarutate, at once Krishna goes into the heart of that person, and then the door of the heart closes behind him and Krishna cannot get out. He cannot leave the heart of that person anymore. Tattva-jnana Sadyom Abhidite Attakti Vis Susvis Tattva-jnana means that very second. Tattva, that second. In other words, when one hears Srimad-Bhagavatam, he does not get the result later. If the kriti, the pious person, is listening, there and then, while he's listening, he binds Krishna in his heart. Krishna becomes trapped in his heart. What does that mean? Ama preme bandiyachi hridayat vitare yahan netta kore tahan Krishna's kore. See, Krishna said, yahan netta kore deke amare. Krishna is saying, my devotee traps me, he binds me up in the heart with the rope of love. In other words, the praying for Krishna, it appears there and then, while the devotee is listening. But there is certain significance to the word kriti vidhi. This experience happens only to the pious persons. Kriti vidhi, those who have some piety. So, in the 11th canto, Sri Krishna describes who they are. He said to Uddhava, Labda anugra acharyat Tena sandarshita gamaha. The kriti, the pious persons who get the full experience, the appearance of Prem, the realization of Krishna in their heart, there and then, as they are hearing Srimad-Bhagavatam, they are Labda Anugraha Acharyat, those who have attained the Anugraha, the mercy of the Acharya. Labda Anugraha Acharyat, those who have attained the mercy of the Acharya. What is that? Tena sandarshita gamaha, who, having taken shelter of their spiritual master and rendering service, then their Gurudev has given diksha and revealed to them who is their Ishtadev, and engage them in the service of their Ishtadev, in the process of archana to the deity, and engage them in the angas of bhakti in such a way that their heart has become smooth and free from offense. So these are called kriti by the pious persons. So those who have received the mercy of Acharya, of their Gurudev, and have been trained by him in the process of hearing, chanting, remembering, and art chanting, and who have fixed their mind on one Ishtadev and one relationship with the Ishtadev, when they hear, then this result of hearing comes there and then. So this is the astonishing, achintya, inconceivable potential of Bhagavad Shravan, hearing Srimad-Bhagavatam. So yesterday we heard about guru-nistha and the example of Karna. Karna was humiliated again and again by everyone. But in his time of distress, when no one would help him, Duryodhana helped him. And he gave only his, he requested only his friendship. So, and because of this, not under any cost, could he take back the friendship he has offered to Duryodhana? Even when he discovered, oh, he can be the king of the world, still would not take back his promise of friendship to Duryodhana. So in the same way, the disciple thinks, when I was wandering in the material world, I am suffering so much, and there was no one to help me. I turned to him. My Gurudev came and very kindly caught me by the joti and said, hey, come on, and engaged me in his service, brought me out from the material conditions and put me on the path of auspiciousness that leads to the eternal service of the lotus feet of Radha Krishna. So for this, I am eternally indebted, eternally grateful, like Raghunath Swami is telling, Nama Shastam Manmapi Sachiputra Dasa Rupam Tasya. Oh my Gurudev, he gave me now the best name, Diksha Mantra, the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, Vrndavan, and Giraj Govardhan and Radhikund, and the desire to serve Radha and Krishna, all of these things. So, when the disciple, their heart is like this, full of gratitude, and they have nistha, and they engage in service, then all the divine revelation, the true meaning of Shastra comes in the heart. Yasya devi bhakti yatha devi yatha tasayati katita yata pakashante mahatmana. That's what Tashvat Upanishad is saying. For one, as they are devoted to the Lord, they have not less devotion to their Guru Padma. Then all reality, the realization of the Shastra is manifested in their heart. So, we heard how Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrndavan, and we began to discuss the conversation between Uddhava and Nanda Maharaja. So, after long discussion, where Uddhava was directly witnessing with his own eyes the incredible love and separation of Nanda Maharaj in Lokik Sadbhakta Vat Sambandha. This is the speciality. What is Uddhava's rasa? Dasa, with some sakya. There's some sakya there, but dasa is prominent in Buddha. So the speciality of dasa is, there is one never feels equal with the object of love. And he has some sakya also. But he knows Krishna is great, Krishna is God. And therefore, a pure sakya, Kevala sakya, it cannot exist outside of Vrndavan. Because the foundation of friendship is, you are not more than me. Vaishnava we are equal. So anyone who knows that Krishna is God cannot think we are equal. It's impossible. So, Uddhava was seeing, and he is not seeing before the pure Madhurya Mayi, completely Lokik Sambandha, natural relationship like relationship of this world. But after speaking in this way for some, hearing Nanda Maharaj speaking this way for some time, Nanda Maharaj said, ignorant persons, they may, ignorant persons, they may criticize me, saying, oh, look at him, he has so much asakti, attachment to his son. The Guru is called Guru. Why? Because Guru means the andhakar, darkness. And darkness means samsaric asakti, attachment to this world and family members. Ru means nivritti. So Guru does nivritti, who takes away the andhakar, the darkness of the worldly attachments, is called Guru. So, those who are very much attached to this world and suffering from lamentation. Lamentation comes due to moha, bewilderment and attachment. So they are ignorant. So Nanda Baba is crying and suffering so much. But he said to Buddha, ignorant people, they can say to me, about me, that, oh, look, he's so attached to his son. But let me tell you, my boys, they are not ordinary. I think, in my opinion, he said, I think they must be some very high demigods. So then Nanda Maharaj began to remember the opulences of Krishna, how he lifted Giriraj Govardhan, how he defeated Kamsa Maharaj and so many other demons. But he concluded that still, even though I have seen Krishna perform all these wonderful feats, still does not mean that he's not my son. He's still my son. So this is the difference between Braj Prem and Prem anywhere else. Vasudeva and Devaki, when they saw Krishna defeat Kamsa Maharaj and so many other demons, who Kamsa Maharaj himself, he had made into his das and dasi, servants and maidservants, demons who were so powerful even the devatas were afraid of them. But Krishna and Balaram very easily defeated these powerful personalities. Then Vasudeva and Devaki were trembling, and they said, he's not my son. But Nanda Maharaj, even seeing the great powers of Krishna, only his pride, oh my son, it increases more. So, when Nanda Baba could not speak any further, his voice was choked, then Uddhava thought, now is my chance. He mentioned something about Krishna's opulences. How can I console him? Nanda Maharaj is spiraling down and down into more and more sadness. He may die. I cannot weaken his love, but if I can interrupt his path by speaking about Krishna's opulences, then I will have probably served my master Krishna. So then, Uddhava said, Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is Lord Narayana. And you are so fortunate. Krishna is the cause of all causes. So, then we discussed how Nanda Maharaj, he said, oh Uddhava, I heard you're intelligent, but I think your milk teeth have not come through yet. Because before I thought that I had lost a son, but now you're telling me I've lost everything, the cause of all causes. So I am more unfortunate. So then, because Nanda Maharaj, he thought, I have lost Krishna. So then Uddhava thought, I have to make him understand that Krishna is everywhere. So he said, "Oh Nanda Maharaj, your son is the beginning, the middle and the end of everything. He is present everywhere at all times, just like fire is inside wood." So, the energy of fire is inside wood. But anyone cannot know until there's friction. And when there's friction, then this fire comes out. So in the same way, where is God? Where is not God? God is everywhere. And the friction is sadhana. When the devotee performs his sadhana every day, this is like the friction. And then he can realize the presence of God everywhere. So, because Uddhava said that Krishna is present everywhere like fire in wood, this is why later when Uddhava was leaving, and Nanda Maharaj said to him, "Tell Krishna, I surrender to him, I always think of him, and I bow down to him." Why? These are all sadhanas. Because he was remembering that Uddhava had said, "Oh, by sadhana you can see, he is everywhere." So Nanda Maharaj said this in reply to these words of Uddhava. Later he said, but only in the intense state of grief and separation can he say such a thing. Otherwise, it's impossible. So, Uddhava said, really, Krishna is everywhere, but you cannot see him, others cannot see him. Why? Because he's trying to trick the demons. Now, after killing Kamsa Maharaj, then the demons, they want to kill Krishna and all his family members. So Uddhava is saying, Krishna is here, but he's doing one pastime that it makes it look to the whole world that he's not here. So the demons will not come and try to attack and destroy Vrndavan. Only for this, but actually he's here. So then, when Uddhava saw that Nanda Maharaj was not responding, Nanda Maharaj was not being moved by Uddhava's consolation. Don't think you're separated from Krishna, Krishna is everywhere. So then, he thought, I have told Krishna is just everywhere. So let me speak about the glories of bhakti. He said, "Oh Nanda Maharaj, the Supreme Lord will return very, very soon. Just now. Why? Because of your praying. Supreme Lord is praying at him. He's controlled by love. So you have very powerful love. How is it possible that he can stay away from you?" Speaking this, Nanda Maharaj was still crying and trembling. So then, Uddhava thought, let me try something else. I will speak about Paramatma Katha. And Uddhava thought, I will try to explain to Nanda Maharaj that Krishna is Paramatma, that he is everywhere, yet detached from all things. And if this does not have any effect at all on his brain, then I will go back to Mathura and I will call a grand assembly of all the Yadavas and loudly I will speak the glories of Nanda Maharaj's brain in Mathura. If this doesn't work. So here, the inner intention, some inner intention of Krishna is being revealed. Why? Because if Krishna will tell the people of the world, my mother and father, they love me so much, their love is so high. Oh, my beloved Radharani, her love is so high. Then who will believe me? Because everyone tells, my mother and father love me so much. Any young man can say, oh, my girlfriend loves me more than anyone in the whole universe. But who will believe? This is sentimental. But Uddhava, he is called Pramanika Vyakti. Pramanik Vyakti means an authorized person, an authentic person. What he tells, it will be accepted by everyone because he is respected as an authority, being very learned in all the Shastras and the direct disciple of the Brihaspati. So, if Uddhava will realize the glories of the love of Brajvasis, and especially the glories of the love of gopis, and then he will come back and he will tell to others, then anyone cannot criticize Krishna or say that his words are not true, because Uddhava is Pramanik Vyakti. So now, Krishna did not tell these things to Uddhava before he went. He said, go and console my relatives. But Krishna had many purposes. First of all, he wanted that he could share his heart with someone, but no one could understand him. So he had to send someone there to experience what Vrndavan was like. Then when he came back, Krishna could talk to someone. And secondly, he wanted through Uddhava to glorify the love of Brajvasis to the whole world. So then Uddhava, he decided to speak the Paramatma Katha. He said, "Oh Nanda Maharaj, Krishna is Paramatma, the supreme conscious being in every atom in the universe. He is, no one is dear to him, and he is not against anyone. He has no father, he has no mother, he has no relatives, he has no material body, he has no birth." Can you imagine? Nanda Maharaj thinks, he's my son. He's saying, he's Paramatma, he has no birth, he's not born. How will he be your son? He has no mother, no father, no relatives. No one is dear to him. No one is against him. See, he's not against anyone. This is Paramatma. You see? What rasa comes from Paramatma realization? Shanta rasa. In Shanta rasa there is peacefulness. So if someone is in distress in this world, then you have to tell them, oh, don't lament. Vasochas and vasochas tam pragyavasas chavasase gatasam agatasas ja nam vasochanti pandita. Krishna said to Arjuna, Arjuna was crying. He's on the chariot, he has to fight with his guru Dronacharya and his most beloved Bhishmadev and others. Arjuna is crying. And Krishna told him, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. The wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Krishna told, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name vaisni janapriya. I am equal to everyone. No one is dear to me, and I am not against anyone. This is Krishna speaking in Paramatma. If one will realize the Paramatma Tattva, if a person in this world will realize Paramatma Tattva, then what? At once, Shoka Harana, all their lamentation will go away. They'll never see, he is my friend, he is my enemy, he was born and he has died. You'll see, only peaceful Paramatma is everywhere, with no attachment or aversion to anything. So Uddhava spoke this to Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj is hearing. He's not doubting Uddhava. He's not doubting it. But at the same time, anyway, he's my son. Uddhava said, a person who spins around, and they stop and they see the earth is moving. So in the same way, in this world, all people think, I am the doer. I am not the doer. Who is the doer? Who is Adikarta? Krishna is doing everything. But when we think, I am the doer, because of the unsteady mind, there is no spirit of buddhi, then the awareness of God disappears, and now I am one individual body in this endless, chaotic, and unpredictable, uncontrolled world. And when the mind becomes steady, oh, God is everywhere, everything is perfectly under His control. Yes. So, Uddhava said, those whose minds are unsteady, they think they are the doer and identify with their body. So when they look at Krishna, they think that Krishna is another person just like them. Like Nanda Babas thinking, Krishna is another person just like me, but he's my son. In this way, try to inspire him with the tattva-jnana to understand the position of Sri Krishna. So in this way, the whole night was passed conversing. And at the end of as the night was coming to an end, then Uddhava, though he had a diction of buddhi, very, very sharp intelligence, all the value of his intelligence, it was completely washed away by the current of Nanda Maharaja's Lokik Sadbandhu Bhat Prem, natural love for Krishna. Or the devotees who hear the guitar of Buddha's conversation with Nanda Maharaj, on the one hand, it should strengthen their understanding of tattva-jnana. But hearing the glories of Nanda Maharaj, then that tattva-jnana should be buried under an ocean of sweet affection for Krishna. It can be there, but buried somewhere at the bottom. So, then the Brahma Maharta came. And Uddhava, while he was speaking with Nanda Maharaj, he could hear and see all over Braja. Gopis were lighting lamps, and they began to churn yogurt and sing songs. Why? Because they were having spurti of Krishna. Just as when Uddhava arrived in Vrndavan, Yoga Maya showed him the condition of Vrndavan when Krishna is there. So similarly now in the morning, he was seeing Brijvasis all in the state as if Krishna is there, because they're all having spurti and joyful. So, finally Uddhava, he told to Nanda Maharaj, "Oh Nanda Maharaj, I wanted to console you, but your affection is far, far beyond me. Be assured that by that affection, you will attain everything that you desire. When I realize my audacity in trying to give instructions to you, then my heart feels great pain. Oh Nanda Baba, don't worry anymore, because your son is the only boat that can carry anyone over the ocean of suffering." So then Uddhava took permission from Nanda Maharaj to leave, because Brahma Maharaj had come, so he has to take bath and perform his morning ablutions and morning duties. So then Uddhava, he came out from Nanda Baba's house and he went to, just outside, there's a place called Krishna Kund. So he went there, he took bath, and he was remembering his Gayatri mantras. At that time, some gopis came and they saw the chariot of Uddhava parked outside the house of Nanda Maharaja. And they thought, who is this? Who has come? Did Akrura come back again? It seems that Akrura, last time he came, he took our prana. But he is not satisfied with that. Now he wants to come and take our bodies also. That means that now Akrura's master, Kamsa Maharaj, has passed away. So he will have to offer pinda for the deceased Kamsa Maharaj. So there's one very tamasic ritual, Frit Pinda, when you offer human hearts. So they thought, oh, Akrura, he has taken our pran, our life, Krishna, and now he's come back, he wants to take our hearts and offer them Pinda to his master Kamsa Maharaj. So you can imagine how angry they are with Akrura. They cursed him actually. And because of this curse, Akrura got entangled in the intrigue of Shamataka and had to run away from Dwarka. He had to run away from Krishna later. So, in the meantime, Uddhava, he was remembering his mantras on the back of Krishna. And then when he finished, he looked and he saw ahead of him, there was a forest. And from the forest was coming a marvelous light, shining. So what is that? And he got up and he walked in the direction of that forest. And when he got there, he could not believe his eyes. There were hundreds of very beautiful young kishoris, gopis. Their cloth was old and torn and covered in dust. But when Krishna's chariot was leaving, they were crying and their bodies became wet. And the dust raised by the wheels of the chariot settled on their bodies. And they did not want to remove this dust. It was their last contact with Krishna. Their hair was open and loose. And they were very, very skinny. And their eyes were sunken from sighing. Again and again in separation from Krishna, their lips had become dry and cracked. So it was clear that they were extremely beautiful, but by the pain of their separation, their beauty was somewhat covered, just like hot coals in a fire when the flame goes down. There's some ash, but fire is underneath. So their beauty was there, somewhat covered by their pain of separation. So then, some of those gopis, they came, and then from all sides, they began to approach Uddhava. So when they saw him, though he exactly resembles Krishna, yet they did not embrace him. You know, gopis in separation, if they see a tamal tree, the complexion looks only a little bit like Krishna, and Krishna is there and embraced the tree. But Uddhava, who looks exactly like Krishna, even wearing these clothes and ornaments and garlands, but gopis did not come and embrace him. Why? Because Yogamaya always manifests the lila in such a way that there cannot be any rasabhas dosh. It would be rasabhas if they would touch Uddhava. So they came, and though he very much resembled Krishna, they did not mistake him for Krishna. They thought, oh, because this person resembles Krishna, he must be very dear to Krishna and very close to Krishna. So they approached him. And they worshipped him. They offered him a seat. And sweet words. And they sat him down. And then they sat around him. And then they were silent. And there was silence for some time. Then one of the gopis gently began to speak, and others began to comment. They said, "Don't say that you've come here to console us. Don't pretend you have come to console us. We know you have come to console his father and mother. Even sages, great sages, it's very hard for them to give up affection for their relatives. How did Krishna give up his parents? Even a clay pot does not give up the clay and the potter's wheel and the potter's stick. You know, the potter puts clay and he spins and he has a stick and he's making from one piece of clay one pot and another one and another one. Even a clay pot does not give up the clay and the potter's stick until its purposes have been fulfilled. Now it's made left and then it's separated. What does that mean? It means in this example, the clay is upadana, the ingredient cause of the pot. That's called upadana. And the potter's stick is called nimitta. That is the operative cause. Just like if there's a house, the upadana, the ingredient cause means the bricks. If there are no bricks, you cannot have a house. But the nimitta is the builder. If there's no builder, the bricks cannot make themselves. So these are two types of cause, upadana and nimitta. So for the pot, the upadana is the clay and the nimitta is the potter's stick. So why are gopis giving this example? Because in this example, Mother Yashoda is the upadana of Krishna. Krishna's body is made of what? Mother Yashoda's body. The son comes from the body of the mother. But the mother cannot make the baby without the nimitta in the father. So in this example, the upadana is body of Krishna, is Mother Yashoda, and the nimitta of Krishna is Nanda Maharaja. So, the pot, once the pot is made, then it can be separated from the upadana and nimitta. However, the pot is dead, it is jarred, it is insentient, it has no feelings at all. So, is Krishna like this? He's a living person. How, alas, how can he give up his mother? If Krishna can give up his mother and father, who is very important Karan, then what is the question of us? We have no relation with him at all. If he can forget about them, there's no way that he remembers us, we know. So you have not come to console us. God of Prem Prayojan.